Hello folks, welcome to the next wine session. This time we're starting a blend. It's going to be gooseberries and rhubarb. Now while we're on the subject of blends, Nigel's going to tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, I'm not an expert, but one of the problems you have when you make wines from a sort of summer's worth of fruit from the garden is that you don't know which fruit to blend with which other fruit. And basically we've got two freezers full of raspberries, gooseberries, strawberries, rhubarb and loganberry. And it does help if you have a rough idea of what fruit mixes are effective and the ones that are not. And what I've found is that rhubarb is a bit awkward. It doesn't mix very well with other fruit, but it mixes well with gooseberries. So rhubarb and gooseberry mixes are pretty good. I know that raspberries mix quite well with loganberries. They are related to a loganberry. A loganberry is believed to be a cross between a blackberry and a raspberry. So raspberries and loganberries mix okay. And strawberries mix reasonably well with gooseberries. So for our different mixtures, what we've got here is we've got a raspberry wine on its own. We've got loganberry and raspberry. We've then got gooseberry and rhubarb, which mix okay, and then we've got strawberry and gooseberry for our fourth one. And we're aiming for roughly 4 pounds of fruit per gallon. That's our sort of bottom line. And then to each of those we're going to add sultanas in the normal way and the correct amount of sugar. And we'll be doing some sampling during the process so that we can make sure that if something is not quite acidic enough or it tastes too fruity, we can take action and alter the mixture slightly. Okay, back
Nigel?
to Julie, yeah.
Right, okay then. Right, so we've got all our fruit here. We're now going to put it all in. We've got a 3 gallon, a 15 litre container.
Yeah, these mixtures, we're trying to get the correct balance of acid, sugar and tannin. So we're really trying to get a mix that is roughly the same as you would get in a grape wine, which is the ideal fruit.
Now, tell us a bit about, I mean, you've obviously done many things in the past with wine, and we're using frozen.
Yeah.
Most of the recipes, they say leave it to defrost, or they might use boiling water.
Yeah.
So from your experience, Nigel, there's obviously different ways of approaching this.
Well, yeah, I don't like using boiling water when I'm using plastic containers because it's possible to damage the plastic. Even if you've got ice there, it's possible to damage the plastic by putting boiling water straight in.
Okay.
The other thing about boiling is that sometimes it releases other compounds from the fruit that you don't want releasing, particularly pectin, and that will make the wine cloudy. The old-fashioned way of making wines was to sterilise the fruit by putting the whole lot in water and boiling it. And wines made in that way are often quite good, but they might take, well, 2 or 3 years to clear because the amount of pectin released is enormous. And the way you release pectin from a fruit is to boil it. So anything that avoids boiling is useful when you're winemaking if you want relatively rapid clearing without adding any chemicals or finings. Well here, the problem we found in the past with rhubarb, you can see here, it's very, very bulky. In fact, when we tried to make, I think it was a 2 gallon batch of rhubarb in a 3 gallon container recently, we actually had to abandon it and transfer everything to a bigger container. You'll know that if you watch the video, because rhubarb occupies so much space.
When it's frozen.
When it's frozen, yeah.
Yeah.
When it breaks down, of course, it goes to about
Yeah.
half its volume.
So you have to be aware of this when you...
Yeah, I don't think raspberries are going to break down quite as much, so I think the volume may not change quite as much with the raspberries.
No.
Okay. Anyway, we've got to put some water in here. Now it's a gallon, so I should suggest probably 3 pints again to start with. We can always add more later.
Okay.
And then we'll need some, what is it, sugar. About half a pack, I should think, about a pound to begin with. Yeah, it's about 2/3 full, it's there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, this fermentation container is quite useful because it's got the volumes indicated on the side. A lot of the containers I've used in the past, I have to actually put those marks on myself. Right, so we've got 3 pints. Now we want some sugar. Oh, here it is. So we want about a pound. Shall we weigh it or shall I do it by eye? Use half a pack.
Yeah, you can go by it. Yeah.
Right, well, I'll put in 1 1/4 then, that's half a pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nigel does a lot of winemaking, 30-40 gallons a year, so he's quite used to measuring without weighing with certain ingredients.
I think that's about it. Okay, so that's the sugar, and then we need the this one. Now this one is, what's that, a pound of sultanas, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we want half of that.
Okay. And you can do it.
Yeah. Do you want to put half in?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you do is you hold the pack up and move your finger and thumb down to the halfway point, and then just do it by eye. It's pretty accurate. Yeah, about there. So hold it both sides, right, and then just tip some in. Right, and then put it, and then sort of shake it level again. Oh, that's it. Good, fine. Here's our stirrer. But I think this one will be in the same state as the other
It
ones.
will, yeah.
Oh, it's totally solid, look at that.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, totally solid. We
So
can't
we've got to leave that now.
leave that again until tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay, so we can put the top on. We've actually done the airlock, haven't we? Because we don't want any
That's right.
bits and bobs to get in here, so...
Oh, there's your airlock. What's that? What's that we've just dropped?
The top.
Oh, right.
And I think we've just got to rinse that. Just to make sure.
Yeah, the top is just to stop insects getting into the liquid in the into the airlock. Yeah, that's all right. You don't want to put too much liquid in an airlock because if you do, if it ferments rapidly, you'll find that the liquid level comes right to the top and it overflows. Good.
That's it.
Right,
so,
that's batch 2 then. So batch 3 and 4 will be done soon, in a day or 2.
And will you assist me with this next stage, or what do we do?
All being well, yes, I shall be able to assist you with the next
Okay.
stage, yeah.
Alright then folks, that's the bit for today's videos and for stage 1 of the 2 videos, and we'll be back shortly. Okay.